His workers hate him because of this. This man prepared a meal for his employees in a digger bucket. But his workers are lazy slackers, so to get revenge, he poured 5 liters of oil and added about 10 eggs, which he mixed with a work shovel. Then he added a whole basket of tomatoes and the same amount of peppers. He added French fries, mushrooms, and mixed everything well. Next, he added Chinese cabbage and mixed again. To cook it all, he stirred his digger like a professional chef. But that's not all. He then added spicy spices, mixed well, and went to serve the meal to his workers. But wait! Watch how happy they are. Hurry, son! Your sister's coming! Lie down and we'll see who she loves more.
Oh God, they're sleeping again! Alright, let me turn off the AC. Then, brother, I'll pull your shirt down and cover you with this sheet so you never feel cold again. Great, now you're warm. And as for you, well, you're 60 years old. Take care of yourself, grown man.
My daughter doesn't love me because you didn't leave a like. This girl just wanted to dance while listening to music. But day by day, she kept turning up the volume because her ears were becoming more and more deaf and she couldn't hear well anymore. Her mother grew suspicious that something was wrong. So when they finally checked her ears, they realized they looked like a warehouse full of dust. That's when the mom had no choice but to pull out her secret weapon, a strange green paste that looked like slime. And after she slowly inserted it into her ear, it was scary and satisfying at the same time. However, when she pulled out the earwax, it had completely taken the shape of her ear. And at the very end, there was the earbud that had been stuck inside. This is the most popular game in Vietnam. It's called Mud Cannon. The players must lift large blocks of mud and slam them into the ground, but the most important part is to have the longest line of mud after throwing it, because a longer line indicates a more powerful impact. The mud can weigh up to 65 pounds, and many people fail to lift it. That's why the winner is acclaimed like a king. This man drank 12 liters of water with a fork. But not everything went as planned. Although it may seem impossible, you can see the water in the bottle gradually reducing. But the problem was that even after spending over 6 hours, the man hadn't even succeeded in emptying half of it. But he didn't give up. He come back the next morning, full of optimism to continue. And despite his fatigue and the fact that he clearly didn't want to finish the video, the man continued to drink with his fork. In total, it took over 14 hours. And in the end, the man only received 400 likes. So you should help him to make his video go viral and he won't be sad anymore. Why are these people throwing trash into this big bowl? In fact, they are throwing Chinese wish balls. They have to write their wishes on a red piece of paper, attach it to a red ball, and toss it into the giant bowl. According to legend, if the ball lands inside it, their wish will come true. Can glass bridges break? Although it can be terrifying, it's best to remain calm like this child, because a glass bridge is extremely strong. The glass used is not the fragile glass of your windows, but a very resistant glass that even a big hammer can't break. Not only that, you can even drive a car over it, and the glass won't break. But would you have had vertigo despite that?
This man is trying to be the best dad in the world. He memorized entire cartoon scenes by heart, and now his daughter asks him to perform them every single day. For example, he does this trick where it looks like he pulls the latch off a woman. And the best part? He interacts with the character so well that his daughter believes it's real. And when they play with the toaster, he pretends to bother the woman so she can't finish her toast. But even after all that, he only received 2 likes.
This man noticed that something was wrong with this substance, so he immediately stops and picks up a large amount of it with a spoon. It was strange because it looked like the material was moving, but what was really shocking is when the man threw the spoon in the water. Look at that! There are so many baby catfish. When this cat named Roberto was supposed to go to bed, he climbed up quickly, hoping his siblings wouldn't bother him, but his first brother Alberto quickly followed and made a lot of noise as he climbed. He was so lost he couldn't even find his pillow. And then Benito, the most responsible one, climbed up. He looked down worriedly and asked, "Where has our sister Mia gone?" Roberto looked at him annoyed and replied, "I have no idea." But surprise! Mia doesn't like to sleep with her farting little brothers.